Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We are here in India. We have made it to India. Oh my goodness, this is actually crazy. I can't believe I've actually been able to say that. I've had this in my head, this idea to come here for so long. I've wanted to do this for so long. I'm so excited, but I'm also kind of terrified because, like I'm sure a lot of people social medias are, you do see a lot of the hygiene and street food side to India. So there are a few things I'm worried about, but we're here. That's the main thing. We are here. Got here late last night. Had a pretty interesting kind of time getting here actually. So let me quickly explain that while we head to a bank or ATM to get money, because I have no money at the moment. So I need to get money like now. Got a new tripod as well, so content is going to be more stable. My old tripod broke. Lovely, everything's breaking at the moment. Anyway, so we got here last night at, well, we got here this morning at 3 a.m. I was meant to get here about 2:30, which is roughly about right. We weren't too late, but basically the first plane took me from Bali to Malaysia, no problems. Second one, there was a layover in Malaysia, and then we had to jump to another plane in with AirAsia. That would then take me to Trivandrum, which is where we are, or which is where I was meant to be going to. So we then took the plane and didn't leave for like a whole hour. We just sat in the plane. Nobody really knew what was going on. And then I started to realise I had a pre-booked taxi waiting for me on the other side, and I had no way of contacting them. Forgot to also mention that my only bottle of sun cream got taken away at customs because I left it in the wrong bag. That is entirely on me, but not a great situation to start your trip to India in. So we have no sun cream right now, so I'm burning right now. Need to get to a shop and buy sun cream, but we don't have any cash, so that's why I'm going to the ATM. Anyway, so we eventually landed in Trivandrum Airport, south of India, and I'll explain my route or my plan in a minute. But we arrived in Trivandrum Airport, and then I had pretty much half an hour to race through, connect to the Wi-Fi, connect to an eSIM, and then message my driver and be like, I'm running late, please wait. So I'm racing through customs at this point, really trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. Weirdest Wi-Fi. In fact, where the hell are we? I'm trying to get to the bank. I think we can just walk through this way. Again, I'm in unexplored territory at the moment, to be honest. I really don't know where I am, and there aren't many tourists around, so it's gonna be fun. Anyway, so I'm racing around trying to connect to Wi-Fi, and there's a voucher code that you need. So you need to find a piece of paper in the airport to connect, because there's a code on each sheet of paper. So I'm trying to find a sheet of paper as well. Chaos. Then there was an arrival card that I was told I didn't need to fill out, but apparently you do. So I'm running around trying to find this card, then I find it and there's no pens. So I'm racing around like, is there a pen? And I'm like, I'm gonna miss my taxi. Eventually I managed to do it all. I was 5-10 minutes late. Go out to the airport and my driver's cancelled my ride. So I'm stranded at this point in the airport, 1 a.m, no clue where I'm going, what I'm doing. So I managed to find an Uber on the Uber app. I came prepared and I knew that Ubers are popular in India, and I booked an Uber there. I don't know if I'm going to get refunded for the previous taxi that I booked. They cancelled, not me, so I'm hoping that I will be okay, but I don't know. Cool little breakfast place that we've seen for today, and we are right by the beach. As I said, we are in south of India. I will talk about my route shortly, but I just couldn't leave the beach just yet, so we've come to south of India, and I think I can literally go to the beach down these interesting steps that seem to lead to nowhere, but I'm sure they do lead to the beach. I think there's sand through that tree. Anyway, that is the plan. So it gets worse as well. I haven't even finished talking you through my nightmare. So we're in the Uber and I get to my hostel, and obviously it's 2:30, so I had to kind of try and arrange for someone to be awake. Anyway, it turns out that that person had fallen asleep, and they were the deepest sleeper like ever. Check this clip out. I'll just go to my own room then. Alright. We're just gonna have to go to our own room, I think. So as you saw, this guy wasn't waking up, and I was pretty much shouting at this point, and he wasn't waking up. And I thought, right, I need to go to sleep. This is the hostel I'm staying at. If no one can wake up, I'm just gonna go in a room. And I managed to get a word out of him. I don't know, he sort of woke up, but he didn't wake up. So I was like, where am I staying? What's my room? And he sort of mumbled 103, because I'd already explored the rooms. And I was like, right, are these all dorms? Didn't want to walk into a private room and get attacked by a poor couple that I wake up looking like some creepy man walking in. Anyway, so he said 103, so I ended up staying in 103. But yeah, bit of an interesting start. So we're here now, that's the main thing. Let's go and get some cash. So we have made it to our first bank. While I wait for it to open, let me tell you about my rough plan for India. So the rough plan is as follows. We landed in Trivandrum Airport and I'm now in Varkala. I will then work my way up north, sticking to the west side of India, stopping off at some famous places like Goa, Kochi, I think it is, and Bangalore.
Hi.
Hello. People waving at me. Stopping off at Bangalore, I think it is. Working my way up north. We'll then fly to the northwest side of India, I suppose. Explore the culture and the food there. I'm so excited to try the food. It's unbelievable. And then we will head to Mumbai, where I will spend some time there and eventually fly home. So I have three main objectives for my time in India. Let's cover them. Very much needing a shave at this point, but let's cover the three objectives that I have for my time in India. Number one, pretty obvious, pretty standard, to see the Taj Mahal. It's been on my list for a long time and it would be really good to explore. Number two, to try the local food. I think there's so much food here to try and I'm so looking forward to giving it a go. Let's just hope that we don't get food poisoning or anything like that. And number three, to see... Hello. And number three is to prove that India is a great place to come to. I think India gets a lot of slander, a lot of backlash for being unhygienic and not having the best hospitality. But my challenge is to see, is it actually worth coming here? So at the end of my trip, I will review those three objectives and hopefully we can tick all three of them off. Money secured. I want to say that's Gandhi on the money, but I don't know. Anyway, we've got our money now, so we can actually survive here in India. We just bought this Tropicana guava. So excited to try this. 30 rupees. I cannot believe the price of this. And I've just bought 4 enormous bananas from this banana shop. Well, this fruit shop, but they mainly sell bananas, of course. 40 rupees as well, so not too bad actually. I can't find sun cream anywhere though, so I'm in a bit of trouble. Look at the size of this banana. That's like breakfast and lunch. Stunning views as I walk back to the hostel. Definitely gonna have to come check this beach out, and if the sun sets here, I think it'll be brilliant. So we're definitely gonna come back here tonight at least. Situation was dire getting sun cream, so hard. Thought along the beach you'd kind of be able to find it quite easily, but there wasn't a lot, to be honest. Managed to pick up something though. Had to make sure it was definitely sunscreen, and judging by that sunscreen lotion, I think it is. 500 rupees for this, so that's really so cheap. I can't believe how cheap it is here. It is blowing my mind how amazing it seems to be, and we're only here on day one. But anyway, let's push back to the hostel and then I'm going to go out and probably grab some breakfast. But first, I think I actually need to check out my hostel and figure out where the next one is, get there, and then yeah, go from there I think. Just stopped off on the side of the road, found a little stall. I think this has got like egg in it or something, but thought I'd give it a try. So yeah, current scene as we walk to get more cash. I've spent so much, I've got to go get more cash, so that's the current move. But yeah, gonna try this. I think it's got egg in it, so, and I'm not sure what the sauce is. I'm gonna assume it's a bit spicy, but yeah, and I think they're fried bananas, so looks pretty good. 10 rupees, so really good price. It was a bit spicy that. Good, tasty. No egg in it though, no egg. I don't know if it was like a donut or something, but no egg. I was waiting for the egg. I wanted an egg and I didn't get an egg, so should have just grabbed something else. But on our way. I do just have to stop what I'm doing really quickly and just analyze what the heck this is. It honestly looks like a prison, like a temporary, like to temporarily store someone. I mean, look, you can get a person in that. What are you using this for? Rubbish bags? No. Why is it this tall? Nah, that's to store humans. I don't know what that says, but kind of terrifying. I actually cannot believe how peaceful and like not chaotic India has been so far. I know we've started in the south, and my guess is it's only going to get busier, but I'm amazed. Like, you could stand here and okay, there's a few tuk-tuks and a few things going past, but like that's it really. I'm able to walk everywhere. It's not too sunny. It's sunny, but it's not hot, like hot, so yeah, it's good. I'm just amazed. Like, it's cheap and it's peaceful, at least this part is. Yeah, brilliant start. I'm really not too sure what to do tonight though. Like, I'm really unsure. I'm not actually sure what there is around here to do, let alone what I actually want to do. My best guess is I'm gonna go get some food tonight. Could have my first curry. That is a shout actually. Might get my first curry. I don't know, we'll see. But I think we'll eat by the beach side, watch the sunset. Something like that I think would be quite nice, because I do think the sunsets, apparently the sunsets in Sri Lanka are really nice, and we're not far from Sri Lanka, so could be tempted, but I'm really not sure what to do. One thing I really want to improve while I'm here in India is my tolerance to spice. I'm the worst person for spice. I can't eat anything really. I struggle. You saw what I was like when I ate that donut looking thing. I want to get better at spice, so I'm hoping I can come out of India and have a bit more of a tolerance to spicy foods. I'm not hopeful though, so don't get your hopes up. I'm probably still going to be an absolute baby when we come out, and I'm just going to be glad to be away from the spicy food, but I do want to try some of the flavour and yeah, to experience it. So that is something I'm definitely going to try while I'm here in India. I'm also addicted to this Tropicana guava. I mean, I love guavas, but the fact it's only 30 rupees, I had to go back and get another one. So this is yeah, guava number 2, and after this I'd have consumed a litre of guava juice, but I'm loving it. It's not something I've done so far, and I think when I go back to England I'm gonna have to buy some guava juice. Other countries in Asia, take note. We've got a dolphin made out of empty water bottles. I mean, how amazing is that? That is such a good use of litter. Why doesn't everyone do this? It actually looks good as well. Let me come down a bit, get a better angle. Get it to focus. Look at that. That is not bad for a load of litter, you know? Pretty nice. Pretty cool dolphin. And a quiet beach as well. There's no one everywhere screaming at you to buy their surfboards. At least I haven't seen that yet. Let's actually go on the beach. I stupidly wore shoes as well, which now means that I'm gonna have to wear them back pretty sandy, so yeah. Oh well, it's part of the fun. We're on a peaceful beach, gonna watch the sunset, although I'm here really early. I don't think the sun sets for another 3 hours, so I'm just gonna chill here, find a shady spot. In fact, it's so busy down there. Why is it so empty here? Is there something I don't know about? Do the pigeons attack you or something? Also, how brilliant is it? Anywhere you go in the world, there's always pigeons. Always pigeons. Anyway, let's go. So we are back at the hostel. Let me show you what I've got for today. So the door is behind me. I paid £2.50 for this whole experience. We do have a fan which is good and another one there, although it's plugged into this guy's bed, so I don't really want to touch it because it might be his. There's no curtains on the beds, no curtains, and no air conditioning. Obviously having just come from Southeast Asia, that's normally in pretty much every hostel you get, but there isn't one here. So yeah, no privacy in the rooms, no air conditioning. I really hope it does cool down because it is so hot in here. And the fans, obviously, which I'm going to whack on now. No towels. Normally in Southeast Asia, I've been getting towels with some of my stays. I don't think that's a thing here, but that's okay because we have my incredible microfiber towel, which has been cleaned. So yeah, going to use this. Actually, ignore that. I'm an absolute idiot. Who would bring this ginormous fan traveling with them? It's not this guy's. I mean, I guess he's plugged it into the nearest plug socket, but no, this is probably for everyone. Why did I think it was his? What is that? Got some nice coconut trees next to me as we wait for the sun to set. Made it on time. Did get a little bit lost actually, but managed to make it. That guy's got the best spot in India. Out at sea, watching it. I think there might be two. Is that someone else? Mind you, it's a pretty steep drop if I do fall. Keep my step back here. Tonight's dinner has been served. Chicken tikka masala, white rice, giant amount of white rice, and then 2 servings of naan bread. Like, yeah, wanted to splash out for the first meal of India, so eating this in front of the sea. Pretty nice. Nice view of the sea and the lights are looking pretty nice actually. Just finished the entire meal. Everything you saw there was 430 rupees. You'll see that on the screen. Not a bad price to be fair, and it was pretty tasty. Obviously we are still in South India, so I'm only gonna assume the food gets better the more north you go, but we'll have to see. Obviously I do still plan to try lots of different meals that I don't know if I'll like. I do plan to try spicy food and non-spicy food, but for night one I wanted to get something that I know I would enjoy, and I did enjoy it, so off to a good start. Just going to explore and see what's along the beach in the evening. Have seen a lot of this in the day, and I can already tell you that it's basically just going to be bars, restaurants and shops, but it's quite nice in the evening. Look at the lights. There's not much else for me to do, and I'll still get an early night having done something like this. So yeah, let's head around, see what there is. I do need to head back actually at some point to book a tuk-tuk for tomorrow, as we actually leave Varkala tomorrow and move on to our next location. This shop did actually catch my eye, so let's take a look. I don't actually know if I'm going to get anything, but and I think it's take your shoes off. I don't know. We'll do it anyway, out of respect. Hi. Gives me an idea as like presents and things to get. Got some cool little camels, actually everything looking at it. Fish, camels, owls. Are owls big in India, or is it just a thing to kind of take home? Pretty nice things actually. Yeah. These look pretty cool as well. Something small like this would be quite nice as a gift, or I don't know what you'd use it for. Maybe it's like a little purse or something. So that concludes day one of India. Really hope you enjoyed. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you did enjoy the video. Loads more planned for India and really excited to see what comes. You can check out my Instagram as well. That's in the description for kind of behind the scenes and just anything that I post that isn't worthy of a YouTube video or any extra material and things that I want to post about. So definitely consider checking that out. Leave your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you in another video very soon.